Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Pastor P, and welcome to a word of wisdom. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you had an amazing holiday weekend. Mine was great. I spent some time with the grandkids and had a really good time. So, now we are back with another week and I'm expecting this week. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting good news. I am expecting blessings. I'm expecting God to open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings we don't even have enough room to receive. That is my confession for this week. Amen. Amen. Okay, so I read out of this journal that I picked up at a store, and it's called the Bible Word Search Devotion. And so in here, I was reading the devotion today, and it's called The Trap. And it came from Psalms 31:4, and it says, "Keep me free from the trap that is set for me, for you are my refuge." And I won't go into the details of what it was about, but we're asking God to give us discernment on what to know to avoid. And then the prayer with that says, "Lord, I need your help as I discern what traps might be set before me. I know I can't live in fear of what might happen, so I choose to live in your refuge." So that is what we're talking about tonight. Avoid the trap. Avoid the trap. David said, "Pull me out of the net that they have laid privately for me." In other words, David understood something. Everything that looks harmless is not harmless. Everything that feels good is not good for you. Every invitation is not an opportunity, and every conversation does not deserve your participation. Every person who has access to you does not have good intentions towards you. Some things are traps. And the danger with a trap is that it usually does not look like a trap. If it looks dangerous, you would avoid it. See, a trap is designed to be attractive enough to get your attention and familiar enough to lower your guard. And sometimes the trap is not another person. Sometimes the trap is your own pattern. It is the same anger that keeps getting you in trouble, the same relationship you know you need to leave alone, the same spending habits that keep you struggling, the same distraction that keeps stealing your time, the same conversation that keeps pulling you into drama, the same temptation you keep saying, "I can handle it." Some traps do not need to be fought, they need to be avoided. I want somebody to hear me tonight. You do not have to prove how strong you are by standing close to something that has already defeated you before. We don't have to go down that path. We don't have to keep repeating, rehearsing that same pattern. Move away from it. Avoid the trap. David prayed, "Pull me out of the net." He knew he needed God's help. And some of us need to be honest enough to say, "God, I need you to pull me out of this. Pull me out of this thinking. Pull me out of this cycle. Pull me out of this relationship. Pull me out of this habit. Pull me out of this situation. Pull me out before I get caught again." And I love the end of this verse. David said, "For you are my strength." David did not say, "I am strong enough." He said, "God, you are my strength." Sometimes your strength is knowing when to walk away. Sometimes your strength is not responding. Sometimes your strength is blocking the number. Sometimes your strength is leaving the room. And sometimes your strength is saying, "No, I am not going to do that anymore." Sometimes your strength is recognizing, "I know where this leads and I'm not going back." That is growth. You do not have to fall into every trap that to learn a lesson. You don't have to fall in every trap to learn a lesson. Some things God will show you before they happen. Pay attention. Pay attention to the warning signs. We have to pay attention to the patterns. We have to pay attention when something disturbs our peace. Pay attention when God keeps telling you, "Leave that alone." You have prayed too much. You have grown too much. You have come too far. Do not allow one trap to pull you back into something God has already brought you out of. So today, ask yourself, what trap do I need to avoid? Is it distraction? Is it anger? Is it comparison? Is it procrastination? Is it an unhealthy relationship? Is it an old habit? Whatever it is, ask God to give you wisdom to recognize it and the strength to avoid it. Because every trap does not have to catch you. You can see it, you can recognize it, and with God's help, you can avoid it. Avoid the trap. So protect your peace, protect your purpose, protect your progress, and remember the words of David. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privately for me, for you are my strength. For you are my strength. So let me go back to my devotion. I want to read it from the NIV, and it says, keep me free from the trap that is set for me, for you are my refuge. So I hope this word gave you some encouragement, some insight, so that we can pray and for God to reveal the traps that are set before us so that we won't fall into them, so that we will have high discernment. That is the prayer. God, heighten my discernment so I won't miss it, so I won't fall into traps. Amen. Amen. So thank you so much for joining me for another word of wisdom. I'll be back next week if the Lord says so. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.